Hi there. So today I just wanted to record this video to just show you how to use the batch NFT transfer script that we wrote for some of our guilds at Miro. But it can work for any batch transfer as long as they're coming from the same wallet into a destination wallet. And so I try to describe the steps involved here. So we'll just go through the README and then I'll walk through the demo. The purpose of the script is to perform a batch NFT transfers from one address to another. These transfers are expected to originate from the sending wallet. So this means we need to have a wallet that has all the NFTs we want to batch transfer. And the batch transfer.csv file highlights the mint addresses and the corresponding recipient addresses. So if I check this file, it looks like a CSV with a mint and recipient field. So I guess what we should be doing in here is populating the mint addresses that we want to transfer and the recipient addresses as well, to which we will be transferring the corresponding NFT. So yeah, and then so I think to begin with we need to clone this repository and run yarn install. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'll open up my terminal here and I'll go to my projects directory. Alright, and well, let's do it in here. So now it's cloning this repository. I'll open this up in VS Code. Well, I think I opened it up in the wrong directory, so I'll just back out and cd into the NFT mirror project, and then open this up in VS Code. And so here we are. I'll zoom in so things are a bit clearer. The next step that we have in here is to run yarn install to install all dependencies and then set up the env variables. So next thing I'm going to do is open up my terminal and I will run yarn install. This will install all the dependencies that need to be installed. Okay, so the node module folder is being populated. I guess in the other terminal I can then populate my .env file. So I will now run this, and then I need to replace my RPC provider with the Solana main RPC of your choice, and then replace this as well with my private key. So in this case you will have to replace them with your own RPC provider, or this your developer can provide you with, or if you're a developer you probably know how to do this. And then if you want, then you can also provide the private key of the wallet from which we'll be transferring these NFTs. So I will go ahead and populate mine, replace these variables. The private key that I'm going to show in this video is a throwaway private key, so there is no need to so if you copy it, it's basically going to be invalid. I will go ahead and put in my RPC URL. And put in here the private key as well. Alright, cool. And that's about it. The next step in the README was to, let's read it from here. Now populate the batch transfer CSV file with the correct NFT mint addresses and the corresponding recipient addresses you wish to transfer. Then run the yarn transfer command. Alright, cool. So to start with, I will just come inside here to, well, I don't know where this came out from. Alright, cool. So first thing we're going to do is populate our file. I can see here it looks empty. So I'll go ahead and populate it. I had already prepared my CSV file, so I'm just going to directly replace it from my downloads folder. And as you can see, I'm going to put it in here. Putting Now we'll be replacing the file. Lovely. I think that does the job. And if I can double check that, if I close this and open this again. Oh, well. Replace. Alright, cool. Now you can see the mint addresses and the recipient addresses as well inside the CSV. One thing to note about this CSV is make sure that you do not have any extra lines in here, otherwise the parser will fail and will not be able to parse them. Alright, cool. I guess now we can run the script here. So that will be node batch transfer.js, and okay, so the script will now run. So it will split the transfers into separate chunks. This is a list of 30 NFTs. They all are within my wallet here, whose private key we just put in, and it will now perform the transfer. So I will let this run, and then it splits it into 4 transactions. So since it splits them into chunks of 9, 30 divided by 9 should be roughly 3 and a few. So that leaves us with, that means we'll have to send about 4 transactions. Okay, so it's done. It's done one chunk. It's now working on the second chunk, and it's actually sending the signatures for each transfer. So this transfer succeeded. So one thing to note about the script is that first it's going to create the token accounts for the receiving address. That means it's going to pay some rent, so you need to make sure you have some money on your private key that's actually transferring these NFTs. And then after it's created the token accounts, you can receive from the logs here. It's then going to actually perform the transfer. So as you can see now, it's working on the third batch. So in the meantime, I'm just going to open the Explorer to see how far this has gone. And you can just plug in here the signature. Shows it's a successful transfer, and you can check the accounts to see that it's actually transferred NFTs. Some accounts have been debited, others have been credited. So I'm just going to go ahead and check one of these that has actually received an NFT, and we can see the distribution. As you can see, this was happened ago. You check the distribution, and under the distribution you can see that it was the account that currently has this NFT is this one here, 9KYZ. And if we go over there, we should see that it has 1 token. Perfect. And we can also check to see that this address actually exists inside our CSV file as one of the recipients, just to confirm. If we search that, and there it is. So there it was, successful. And great, and our entire transaction has completed. It will return the list of signatures in the console. These signatures are for the token account provisions, and these are for the actual transfer. So with any luck, this should work straight out of the box. So I wish you all the best with this. Later we'll put this on our UI, so it's a lot easier to perform. But other than that, thanks all, and I wish you a great rest of your day. Cheers.